Coming up on today's episode, good morning YouTube, 11:46 now. As you can see clearly up here in this corner. Not using the screen recorder for this. I want to show you, and oh, by the way, thanks for the well wishes on the video flap from Bill's shop. I am feeling better today. I got a good night's rest last night in bed, and I don't know, I'm still a little bit coughing and hacking and sneezing, but like I said, it's better than it was. I just felt miserable yesterday, and I think it showed on the video. But anyway, today what I'm going to do is show you what happens when I boot now into Windows 10. And to do that, you have to basically hit the F12 between shots, or between boots, I guess is what you would say. So if we go over here to the and here's the way this is set up now. I've just got the 1 terabyte drive in there. I think I alluded to it yesterday, but I just clicked on it, and you see how it's not popping up. Well, I'll click again, but it just takes forever before this thing boots up with that stupid hard drive case. And finally it will come up, but that's what I have to wait every time I want to access. There you go. Now see, it came up twice because I did it twice. That's what I have to wait, and that's how my thing is set up now. Forget about the recycle bin and the system volume. I think Windows 10 adds that. I don't know why, but they do. I have audio odds and ends, which is basically the same. It was music under a music folder before. Documents, which was the same. Miscellaneous was something else, but I'm just putting miscellaneous now. Pictures and photos, which again pretty much the same. Video export, which is my files that I upload to YouTube. Video import, which is the raw footage that comes from the cameras. And I have video odds and ends, which doesn't really fit the other two categories. So that's the way that's set up. So let me get out of that. And again, let's go down to System for MX Linux. Shut down the computer. And it pops up this little menu, and one of the options is restart. So it's going to restart, and what I have to do is press 2 keys at once here. I'm going to have to kind of stitch you guys up here. Alright, you have to hit F12, which is right there. I think I missed it. Nope, tearing one-time boot. Now let me get the camera flip right there. There you can see the choices I have. Up at the top is the legacy boot. Now that will work, but then like I said, I found out that the mouse doesn't work, or the keyboard. So under UEFI, and I probably was saying that yesterday, I was wrong, I think, when I was saying UEFI. I have that is the Linux drive. I have MX19, which is the direct into, I guess, MX19. And this is the Windows boot manager. Now this is what I have to choose to get this done. So if I do that, hit enter, and then it comes up again. So you'll notice the little Windows thing down here spinning. That's a little unique. I didn't know it worked that way, but it did. So that's kind of cool. I don't know why this started out so nice, and then I guess it's because of that sunlight coming in there. I don't know. But anyway, it was doing really good. Before I had the problem hitting. On my keyboard, I have to hit 2 keys to get F12. I have to hit the function key and then hit the F12 key, which is in blue. And that's why I had to use 2 hands. I couldn't reach across with one hand to do it. And so, okay, I gotta skip the disk checking. I don't know why. Windows 10 thinks it's the only operating system in the world. It doesn't think any other operating systems has the right to create files and stuff like that. So it doesn't trust any of them. So that's fine with me. I don't care. I don't really care what it thinks. So there's your boot up screen, or your lock screen, or whatever they call this. Here, if you hit a key, it should go into choose the browser that gives you, well, yeah, they're trying to get you to use Edge, which I'm not going to do. And there you have to enter your PIN number, and it goes right into Windows 10. And that's the way that works. So that's how easy it is. As you can see, the mouse does work. I don't have the big cursor set up on this like I do on the MX Linux. I need to get that done because I can barely see that. That's just unreal how small that is. It doesn't run too bad. I'll bring up what do you call it? Video pad. Now, I don't know, I didn't say anything about this yesterday, but I used Video Pad to do part of that video. The actual green screen part of that video I did with Video Pad. I tried it in Shotcut, and it just did not work right. I could not get the chroma key to work correctly. And I don't know if that was Shotcut or what, but I need to investigate that a little further because I didn't really want to have to come all the way over here to Windows 10 to do that. But then I just did that part of the video, you know, where I was sitting in front of the green screen talking, and I rendered that, and then I went back over to Windows or MX Linux and finished it up, added the intro and outro, and did some cutting on it, and so that worked out rather well. Came out good, I think. It wasn't perfect. If you look really closely down here on the corner section where my shirt was, you can see some green down in there and around my arm. That, you know, that's a function of my green screen, and let me show you that real quick. There it is. That was what I was using for my green screen, and as you can see, that's wrinkles and all. That's exactly the way it looked yesterday. I need to add a couple more of those little bungee cords down at the bottom to stretch it a little bit better, and I think it would have been much better, but those little ripples in the fabric is what causes that, and that's why it's not as good as it could have been. So I'm going to improve that a little bit. I'm going to add some more of those. I've got a bunch of those bungee cords to pull that fabric taut, and I could probably even put two in the middle if I needed to, and that should make it even better. Now, as long as I don't move too much, you know, I can keep myself in that frame of whatever if I'm sitting in a chair. So that worked out pretty darn good, I think. All right, now get out of this. We'll just X out of that. Yeah, they're always wanting me to do this or that. VideoPad never gives up on selling stuff. I'll tell you what. That is not the free version either. That's the registered version of VideoPad. They try very hard to get you to buy some more of their products, which is, you know, I guess their right to do. But anyway, to get out of this and go back to MX Linux is more simple than the other way. Basically, hit the shutdown and restart, and it will restart, and we don't have to do anything. Basically, just sit here and wait for it to do it. And it's not real slow, but it's not nothing speedy when you're sitting here waiting on it. I guess. But anywho, that's that. This is going to be a bonus video for, I don't know if it'll happen sometime later today. This is Friday, for those who didn't know. But it will either be today or I will do it tomorrow. I'm not really sure. But I am going to go back in the shop. I feel good enough to do that, and I want to do some experimenting with some of the stuff that I get, not the coil, but some of the other stuff I got. That little buck power step down power module. I want to kind of play around with that. And there's, you can see, it comes right back into MX Linux. And like I said, the dual boot's fairly easy to do on this. And I can set it up in MX Linux using the boot manager for Linux to do that, but I don't think Windows works or doesn't like that very much. They sometimes it won't boot at all, and sometimes it gives you error messages and things like that. So to me, it's just as easy to hit the F12 key, boot into 10 and Windows 10, and do what you need to do and get back over here. So that's the way I've been doing it, and that's the only reason I set Windows 10 up, just in case I needed to do something in Windows, and you know, and that's why I like to have a a version of it. So once the new hard drive case gets here, I will put the big hard drive back in that again, and I'll have to redo all my files again. Like I've moved them all over to the 1 terabyte, and I'll have to move all that back over to the big one again. So one of the things I don't care for in Linux is the number of times that they ask for your password. Now that's usually just once for this, but that allows me to do a couple things, like get to my Google Drive, and from a file manager I don't have to actually go into anything to get to it. Let's see how long it takes this time. It probably hasn't. Now that will boot up not boot up, but it will start back up every once in a while. I've heard it sitting here like that. It didn't take too long, I guess. But there's for BDA Electronic Kits, as you can see right there, I can go right into that. That's my Google Drive, and it will allow me to move files to and from there between the file manager. That's one of the reasons that first password is asked for. So I kind of like that. That's a good deal. So that's that, and I think I'm going to close this out now. It's 11:59, still before noon. You guys have a great day. Let me get back into the shop and play around with some stuff, and we'll make another video. Not sure when that'll air. Maybe not until Monday. I don't know. We'll see. Just depends on how I feel. If I continue to improve and get better, I think I'll probably get more back into the swing of things. And I'm hoping that happens because I enjoy making videos. You guys ought to know that by now, and it is now noon. So tonight, let's see, no, this is not tonight. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, is Trick or Treat here in Seymour, so I will probably be spending a lot of time back in the shop because that's what I usually do on Halloween. I don't really give out candy, don't really do that stuff, especially being sick. I don't really want to do that. And like I said, now Lexi's here. She can do it if she wants, but that's up to her. So anywho, that's it. Like I say, you guys, I'd like to move this thing around. I don't know why I do. You guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see ya.